All right, guys, welcome back. We have a new review. I'm kind of been really bad about being in the lab this summer, and I'm just basically getting warmed up with an old review. I've had this guy on my shelf for I don't even know how long. I waited for him to go on discount on Amazon before I finally bought him. Not really a character I care that much about. I didn't have him growing up. It was just kind of like the fourth gimmick or third or fourth gimmick of He-Man at this point in time. I think this came after Thunder Punch back in the day. But yeah, never had him. My brother had Thunder Punch, so that was awesome. But yeah, this one I never saw in person. But I was just kind of waiting for it to go on discount to finally pick it up. So, it's a deluxe figure. You got plenty of stuff. You got extra head. You got, you got to have the sword, and then you got the shield, and then that Thunder Punch, the spinny ball thing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let's flip them around and take a look at the card art real quick. So yeah, this did come out quite a while ago, and that was back when Flesh Stratos and Party Boy Stratos and Buzz Off and Sorceress and Jitsu, we're up. We're on the shelves. It's kind of insane to think that, this is from that long ago. If you look at the card art, you have Eternia, which people have pre-ordered. I did not, unfortunately. I may end up having to pick it up later and paying the inflated price, just because I just couldn't spend that kind of money at the time. But we also got Mossman, which is kind of alluded to. I don't even know if he's announced at Walmart, but that's kind of just been dead. We haven't heard anything about Mossman lately. Can't wait to get him. And then we have Fisto and then Cyclone in there. And it's just kind of crazy to me that we still don't have Cyclone announced yet. I bet he'll be in the next wave. I mean, it's he's such a main character. He's in the comics. He was in the mini comics a lot, in a flesh tone, not the blue skin. I'm just surprised they haven't made him because just because of that, they love doing their repaints. I mean, even if you look at this, the characters that came out in this wave, Stratos is a repaint, and then Sorceress. I can't remember if I think she's a repaint too. We got the white one that came with Castle Grayskull first. But they love doing the repaint so much. I just can't believe that we haven't had Cyclone yet. What are they waiting for? I don't know. It's kind of crazy that, for as popular as he was, he still isn't in there. So anyways, guys, let's take him out of the package and take a closer look. All right, so here he is out of the package. Actually, now would be a good time to remind you to like and subscribe the video. Subscribe. I do a lot of Masters of the Universe videos and Mini-Mate videos, kind of a weird combination, but I've been kind of lazy lately. But give me a follow if that's the kind of stuff you're into, especially if you like the photography, the pictures and stuff. But yeah, check out some of my other videos too. But anyways, back to the figure. This figure suffers the same way Thunder Punch, He-Man does, and Skeletor. There's less posability. You can't twist his waist and have him stay still. When you twist his waist, his arms wave and stuff, and that just you can't pose his figure. That's my main problem with him, is I can't get a cool punch on him. I gotta have his hip straight on with his chest. It doesn't look right for action pictures. But I will say, as far as the costume goes, like if I had a cape, I would love to take and get a cape for him. I suppose that big chunk of plastic on his back, it's going to be in the way. But I would love a He-Man head with long hair and a beard on a cape to go with this, maybe with like some white fur or something like that, like the cuffs on his boots. This is like a King Grayskull, King He-Man kind of costume design, if you ask me. I really love Battle Damage, but this thing, as far as dress up, just kind of a fancier armor, I really like the armor. The Thunder Punch part, that spinning thing I've always kind of thought is dumb. It is kind of fun, I guess, to have some other kind of accessory for him. But you know, it's He-Man. He's got to have the sword. His classic shield too is just amazing compared to this thing here. But you know, whatever. You know, I got plenty of He-Man. You know, the original He-Man in battle armor. He-Man. I guess I'll just take another variant while I'm at it. So, and you know, they give us these accessories too, which is really nice. That they gave us the head. You know, I already have one of those. When the Masters of the Universe line first started out, I was really excited with the fact that we got the shocked head, the new head, the vintage head, the screaming head, and they were on a roll, and they just came to a complete stop. I really think we should have a Savage He-Man head with the long hair and the braids, and then, you know, maybe without a beard, and then it would be really nice to have one with a beard. But it seems like they just kind of stopped with the heads. You don't even get the screamy one or the shocked look anymore. You just kind of get the vintage or the new head, and that's about it. Well, I suppose we have the 200 times series heads too. But otherwise, you know, like I said, I waited for them to be cheap because I don't really care that much. It is a nice looking armor. Hopefully we can do something with it. But yeah, I'll figure something out. So let's do some pictures with him. All right. Well, this kind of started out small and got a little ambitious. Ambitious enough to get the entirety of the Horde in here. Yeah, I just kind of started out with He-Man, taking out the Horde Trooper, and just had to fill in all the dead spots. And eventually, Hordak himself and Mantenna and another guard ended up finishing out the picture and back. And of course, we got a few, you know, heroes. What do they call them? The Masters. You forget Masters, I don't know. But yeah, I got 4 of the Masters in there. Very crowded, claustrophobic scene. And then managed to fit the rest of the Horde in there in kind of various spots and stuff. So it turned out pretty cool. He's up on the stand actually as a G.I. Joe stand for a peg, foothold or whatever. And yeah, just like I said, filling in all those dead spots and back. I got a pretty cool picture out of it. So anyways, let's go on to the next picture. All right, so next up we have basically the Horde defeated with Leech being tossed up in the air, and then He-Man surrounded by Horde troopers, and you can kind of see Mosquito and Grizzlor in there. Grizzlor barely. But yeah, basically they're defeated, and the rest of the Masters are standing around watching how awesome He-Man is. And that's about it. Like, yeah. Just basically, I've done a few shots like this before. I did end up throwing Castle Grayskull in there just to fill in some of that dead area. I kind of wish I would have done with the last shot. But he's in there now. Yeah, great to fill out that last little part. I really wish I had Snake Mountain. God, I can't wait for Snake Mountain, especially with all these Snake Men that we have. It's going to be pretty rad. But, yeah, good background spot filler. God, what else do I say about this? Leech is tacked. I do have some red wax in He-Man's hands just to hold him up there because I just could not get it to work. But it definitely turned out good with the position of the arm and the head and stuff. You get a really good look at him as if he's screaming and stuff. So anyways, real cool shot. Let's go on to another one. Let's do one more, maybe origin of the Thunder Punch suit. All right, so final picture. I got a little bit more ambitious with this. It just looks so plain when I first started doing it. I had the levitating shield and what's it called? Flying Fist. I think I called it Thunder Punch a bunch of times, maybe twice. I don't know. But what I meant was Flying Fist. It's not even fists. You know, spitty thing. It's just balls. It's not like it's a bunch of. It's not like it's 3 of He-Man's fists. So it doesn't make much sense. But I wanted to do an origin story in the comic, the original mini comic. He doesn't change costumes. He just gets the shield and the spinner flying fist thing. And then his normal costume never changes. I kind of thought that was kind of weird with him and Terraclaws. Skeletor. Both of them were in their original costumes when they got these accessories, and the Thunder Punch part is a lot different. It's basically a stick. It's not this whole arm gauntlet thingy here that spins. It's just this part on a stick that that He-Man holds. So I thought that was interesting reading those mini comics because I never had this or Terror Claws growing up. I'm definitely going to be using Skeletor in his original costume with the Terror Claws eventually. I really don't like the Terror Claws figure because you can't twist the waist without it spinning back. And it looks like he's wearing a sports bra, so I'm just not a big fan of that costume design. Flying Fist, though, man, if they ever make a good cape for him, good red cape and maybe some long hair, he would look really good as just kind of dressed up like a king in that costume. I really like it. It stinks that the waist isn't posable, just like Thunder Punch, and you can't change out those arms. Like those cuffs are the arms are stuck in there. You can't change out the waist piece. What you see is what you get. So if you wanted to customize one, you just can't. I was kind of hoping the torso had the spring in it and you could just pop it off and pop the arms out, but because of the gearing, you can't do that, unfortunately. So, but anyways, yeah, I just basically had the sword shield levitating off this wood dowel, filled in the background with some rocks and some dragons. I actually took my kids to this arcade. It was a building where they just sell nothing but pizza, and they have arcade games. So we went there for a day, played arcade games for a couple hours, and my kids just wanted me, do you want something? I'm like, no, absolutely not. This is all about you guys. Until I found these little dragons in a gumball machine. There's a green one back here. So I asked if I could use, I got some of their points and got these cool little dragons. Plus there's a dragon back there. On the side of the castle from what was that from? Heroic Warriors. It was the battle damaged Battle Cat and battle damaged He-Man is where that dragon came from. But yeah, I just kind of got Castle Grayskull here, got that cool background, and just filling in the blanks. For whatever reason, I really like all white Sorceress. It's kind of weird. Because in the comics she's pink. I can't remember. Maybe she appeared white at first, but it's just weird. The majority of the comics she's in, she's actually got like her airbrushed pink look to her. I really wish they would give us a repaint of her. On one of the next waves, just do a repaint of her in the pink. I'll take that as one of the slots. The repainted slot in a new wave figure. But yeah, anyways, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out some of my other videos. Hit up my playlist for all my He-Man stuff. It's been fun for as much of wasn't excited about this character. It's been kind of fun to do it and get him out and finally own a Flying Fist He-Man after 40 years. Well, it's great to have him. Even though he's not nearly close to my favorite. He might be my least favorite. Out of all of them, the customs the variants of He-Man we've got, he might be my least favorite. I really like Thunder Punch's design. So, but enough about that, guys. We'll see you at the next video. Bye now.